Legoland Florida is a bricktastic park located in Orlando with amazing rides and attractions. This park should definitely be in your bucket list, but what are the top 10 rides at the park? Coming in at number 10 we have Kid Power Tower, the family drop tower located in Imagination Zone. This drop tower is really different because you decide how high you go and you decide when you drop. Now let me explain. This is all done by a piece of rope that is hanging in front of you, and that you pull when you want to go up and you let go when you want to drop down. Now this is perfect for the whole family and actually is a great workout. Well, not really, but it definitely is a ride you should go on when visiting the park. Number 9 we have Battle of Bricksburg, a water ride located in Lego Movie World, and in this ride you have to free Bricksburg from the Duplo alien invaders by using your water guns which are attached on your ride to shoot the targets. However, on this ride not only do you shoot water, but you also get very wet. Along the ride there are water effects and there are water guns off ride, so that people who aren't on the ride can still get you wet as well, even though they are staying dry. So if you do not want to get absolutely drenched, make sure not to go on this ride. But if you do want to get wet in a nice sunny day of Florida, head on to this attraction. Pew pew! At number 8 we have Lost Kingdom Adventure. This interactive dark ride is located over in the land of adventure, and in this ride you join Johnny Thunder and his crew as you explore the ancient tomb. The aim of this ride is to shoot the targets that appear as you go round the ride, and when you hit some of the targets you might see things change on your ride, such as a skeleton on the wall that might move around and stuff like that makes the ride so much more interactive. Just as a heads up though, if you are coming from the UK or another Legoland park around the world and have done Laser Raiders or the equivalent, then this ride is an exact clone, but still is worth doing if you're over at the park, as it is fun for everyone, and if you are competitive like myself you would love this attraction. In at number 7 we have Unikitty's Disco Drop, a drop tower located in Lego Movie World, and as you could tell by the name there is not only one drop tower but there are two, meaning that the efficiency will be so much quicker. These drop towers both move at the same time, however usually one gets more of an intense experience than the other. You also get a lot of bouncy moments and some quality airtime. Being themed as well to Lego Movie characters in the Lego Movie World, this ride is nicely themed and it is great for anyone who wants to enjoy this ride, as it could provide feels for even the biggest thrill seekers. Have you ever wanted to be a ninja? Well, at number 6 your dream can come true, as at this spot we have got Lego Ninjago the ride. You join the Ninjago team and head round by defeating many bad guys from Ninjago. If you have ever done this ride you will know that the shooting feature can be a little bit difficult at times, but if you don't know then don't worry, as there is instructions before heading onto the attraction talking about how to do the ride. In addition to this there are often the very long queues, but I would still queue the queue line as it is heavily themed, and if you are a Ninjago fan then this ride is well worth it. Nay! At number 5, you guessed it, we have Mia's Ride Adventure. Located in Harlech City, this ride takes you on a horse journey like no other. When you enter the ride vehicle you see Lego horses that are the seats that you will be sitting in. As the ride begins you start to go up and down a big piece of track, but there's when the excitement starts. The disc that you are sat in starts to spin, creating a very thrillful experience for everyone. As you can probably tell, this ride in the Lego Friends area, and the ride is nicely themed to a horse ride, but honestly I think this ride is definitely worth doing as it is really fun, and I think the horse vehicles that you sit in look really awesome. Great thing as well about this ride is that because there are many seats, the chances are that you will not have a long waiting time. So if you are in Florida, what are you doing? Get yourself down to Legoland Florida and experience this attraction. At number 4 we have our first roller coaster, and this ride is Coastersaurus, the wooden roller coaster over in the land of adventure. As you guessed by the name, this ride is themed to dinosaurs and features some pretty cool Lego dinosaurs around the ride. Now, this coaster isn't anything thrilling, however for younger riders or even the most experienced riders, this roller coaster is fun. Obviously, as this roller coaster is a wooden coaster, don't expect there to be any inversions or loops, but this ride does take you down many dips and turns as well as some good airtime, which is absolutely great. Unfortunately though, like other wooden roller coasters, there is a negative, and that is that they are very jolty. But don't let this put you off this ride, because this ride is the one and only wooden roller coaster in all Legoland parks, and it is definitely worth the coaster credit. We are now entering the top 3, whoop whoop, and at number 3 we have the Lego Movie, Masters of Flight. Now this ride is in a flying theatre themed towards the Lego Movie, and what can I say apart from this looks amazing. Now, if you're already subscribed to the channel and you have seen our other vlogs, you will know how much I love flying theatres, and with the new Legoland Windsor's Flight of the Skyline, I would definitely recommend heading onto a flying theatre one day. If you aren't sure how flying theatres work, well, let me tell you. First, you are sent off into the station room where you will see the gondola that you will be sat in. Before the ride even starts, you are entered into a pre-show room and you are told to remember a number, and this number will be where you are sat once you enter the pre-show room. You will only see this number on the floor, so stand on your number and the pre-show will begin. After the pre-show is finished, the door should open and you will be able to sit into your gondola. When you sit in the right seat, which has a number as well underneath, you feed the seatbelt through the loop that in front of you and then put your seatbelt in the buckle. Once this is done, the ride should begin and the magic should start. This ride could feature long queues, however, as loading time for this ride can take a very long time. Just trust me there. But I think it is well worth it, and no matter who you are, I can promise you that you will really enjoy this attraction. Ready, set, go. Yet in number 2 we have the Great Lego Race, a Mack Rides Wild Mouse coaster located in the Lego Technic area. Now, if you have been to Legoland Windsor and this ride looks familiar to you, well, it's because it used to operate in Legoland Windsor under the name of Jungle Coaster, and this ride operated from 2004 to 2009, and I was very lucky to ride it. This ride then opened again in Legoland Florida in 2011. The coaster follows a wild mouse structure, with the turns making you feel like you are going to go over the track, and drops that are very forceful. The vehicle you sit in fits 4 people per ride, with 2 per row. In the recent years, Legoland have actually added VR experience to this ride, so now riders have the option to ride with VR or without, and from what I have heard, the VR on this ride is actually pretty good, so make sure to try it out when you go. Overall, this ride is a fun time for everyone, but don't be surprised if you come in off thinking you had an intense ride. We have finally reached the number 1 spot, and it goes to the Dragon. Now this ride is considered a classic at most Legoland parks, and when I say there's a ride which is a classic, you know it is going to be a good quality ride. As most Dragon rides, it is an amazing dark section at the beginning, showing the castle life, obviously with a Lego twist towards it. But when you finish the dark ride section, you are sent up the lift hill and into the coaster section. And this ride is great for people who haven't done a coaster before, as it is such a good ride to start on, as the elements on the attraction are not intense. The great thing about the Dragon is that it is also really fun for the whole family, and is a very popular ride over at the park, as when you think of Legoland you think of the Dragon. I have never spoken to anyone who say they hate the Dragon, so if you haven't been to attraction before, I highly recommend it, as you will not be disappointed. Unfortunately, that is it from our Legoland Top 10 video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to like, subscribe and comment down below, as we post over 4 top 10 videos every single week. In addition to it, if you want to be a big supporter of the channel, make sure to follow our Patreon page, as that means an awful lot to us. But here's it from me, Derrick from Theme Park Coasting, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.